Hey, baby doll pumpkin pie. I am doing a follow-up video because, one, I'm your friend, and two, I am a man of my word. I've made a video 2 months ago called The SEC Attacks Binance, Avoid All These Coins. And thank you very much for liking, subscribing, pressing the bell button and all. In this video and many of my tweets, to inform you, my baby dolls, I gave a lot of information concerning the coins that are targeted. And we can squint and have a look at them closer. So because we are now looking at HEX, PulseChain, PulseX in the context of the recent attack, they are now on this list. Okay, so we have Solana, Cardano, we have Polygon, Coty, we have Algorand, Chess Tournament, we have Filecoin, Cosmos, Sandbox, of course, Sand, Axis, Decentraland. There is a long list of targets, friends. And I even made this picture to show you. The SEC is also targeting BNB, Binance. They're targeting BUSD, stablecoins. They've literally just thrown their poopy McPoop, monkey slinging poop at the zoo. They've thrown it everywhere. These guys are clowns, bogus claims, but I'm going to tell you how it is. You listen to me for the truth. The truth is, there's going to be two things, friends. Okay, so see this picture? It's true that now that Richard Hart is being targeted, I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'm going to be honest. If this was any other coin and their founder was targeted, for example, if Cardano was not on the list, but the SEC tried to sue Charles Hoskinson, I would say, hey, friends, unfortunately, I would now have to put Cardano in the list. It is a list of higher risk. It is. They've added risk, but it does not mean it goes to zero or it's over. It just means higher risk, right? Just like there's a risk that if you have a crash when you drive, it can be fatal, right? Doesn't mean it is going to be fatal. That's just the risk, okay? If you're speeding, okay, you increase the risk. So we're going to look at this, okay? So yes, HEX, PulseX, Pulse has been targeted from the SEC Fud. If you want to touch non-SEC targeted coins, I have it in my video here, and I'll go through a lot of them. And there's not actually many, there's not much you can do, friends. And there's another video I made here about ChainLink. ChainLink with the ticker LINK has avoided the SEC gun. And in this video, I went through the coins you can look at in terms of who's being targeted and who's not. And yes, there's not much you can do. In the top areas, you have Bitcoin and Ethereum. Of course, they're going to be third cycle curses, diminished gains. Everybody thinks they're going to give you a 30x from here. Big fat zero chance to that. The S&P 500's in distribution. We know all this, all right? But what about the next one? Unfortunately, I crossed everything out right. BNB, XRP. Now, XRP had not won the case yet. So you could make a case. You're like, oh, I like XRP. But here's the thing, right? XRP is about 40 billion market cap right now. And XRP, its DEX only does about $500,000 of volume per day. So I just want to share with you, PulseChain did 20 million. It was doing 10 to 20 million per day when the quiet period was here, right before this SEC clown bogus attack. So this is another way to think about it. PulseChain is about 1 billion market cap. XRP is 44 billion. So XRP is 44 times more expensive, but the volume being done, the true DEX volume being done on PulseChain is 20 to 40x higher than XRP. So that's something to think about when you're considering this, okay? And I'll go through as well, right? Cardano gets crossed off, but I'm going to share with you right now, when you look at these ranks, right? Dogecoin, you see Dogecoin? You can, if you want to invest purely based off you don't like any SEC FUD, if you can't handle it, Dogecoin is available for investors if they would want to participate in it. Now, look at this. You can even see my writing here. I've written, it's now in the 4th cycle. So you already know my famous third cycle curse. It's true, okay? So just think about this, friends. If Bitcoin has a chance, not guarantee, if it has a chance to be scammed by BlackBerry and the ETF, right, the pump and dump, then you got to think about how much you want to ride a 4th cycle coin like Doge McDoge, okay? And if you go forward, Tron, definitely security. Solana got targeted. Polkadot is also available. I have it written here. Now, friends, here's the thing. Polkadot's founder, Gavin, has had to do a major pivot because Polkadot has had to be revamped. It doesn't work. ChainLink has made Polkadot irrelevant because ChainLink have a bridge now. Polkadot's whole premise was they're going to make a chain, everyone's going to join, hold hands, and they're going to communicate with each other and have the parachains. But we're not moving in this world. Now there's heaps of other chains out there, and they're all collecting to link. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Okay, it's not me trying to force my will on the market. It's me telling you this is what's been happening. Okay, this is what the market's been choosing. Okay, so Link has avoided the FUD. You know, it might be part of the bug eater crew, if you know what I mean. So Link is available there, but Polkadot, even though it's not SEC targeted, there's still a lot of downsides to it when you think about it like that. And by the way, do you see any Polkadot season forming? If it happens, we're ready to pounce, but I don't see anything, okay? You also have Litecoin, but like friends, all right, Litecoin right here, Litecoin just had a halvening. Did you care about it? No one cares. Its network effects are dying, okay? A lot of people are like, nah, who cares? Okay, Shiba Inu is something if you'd like to participate. Yet, there is something to consider. Shiba Inu had to do a revamp. Shiba Inu no longer calls itself a meme coin. And I have the news here for you right here. SHIB developers want to stop being a meme coin. It's official. This is probably a shift you don't want to see with a meme coin community, because SHIB is the only meme EVM, which is Ethereum virtual machine. It's the only official real one. Now, there is DOGE chain. That does exist as well. But this is just something to consider. These are rare. So it will be tough to see how it plays out, considering the community is only there for the meme fun. You know, friends, when people gather an audience, whether it be video games or music, the audience also grows. And same thing with TV shows. And so the creator will also morph the type of material in the comic book, the movie, the game, as the audience ages over time. Do you think it's been enough time for SHIB to evolve out of a meme? I personally don't think so. I think if it was like 6 to 8 to 10 years old, sure. But because we're so close to when SHIB got the community, it was only 2021. People who loved memes in 2021 and last year, they still like them now, right? Everybody likes them. We just saw Pepe go off. So that's something to think about, okay? So here's the official article, right? SHIB developers aim to leave meme coin label behind with a new identity protocol launch. You might say, oh, wow, news, cool, right? Just think about that for a second. When SHIB now becomes a quote-unquote serious chain, it now competes with everything else, okay? So that's where you have to consider all these things moving, okay? So I'm going to continue these videos. So there's not that much options, friends. There really isn't that much options. Avalanche, clearly, security, okay? Uniswap is part of the fake DeFi crew. So you could get Uni, all right? It is a possible punt for you to take. Now, Uni, I'm going to tell you right now, being long Uni, you're basically long Link. It's the same thing. And what I've done here is I've made Uni versus Link. So look at this ratio. They've basically just been in this range, beep, 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 right? So that's something that you just got to look at when you're like, if you're going to think about, do I have extra market potency for the pump if I'm in Uni or Link? What the market is saying right now is they're very closely, you know, no pun intended, linked. And, you know, this is also similar to XRP and XLM. So I don't know why Uni and Link are connected this way. My only guess is that they are world-changing technology, right, from what they do. The tech is, okay, just the tech. Now, why I like Link is it actually has, they're already doing the revenue and the fees being collected in the Link. They are starting to do that. With Uni, I don't trust them. I don't trust their weird political agenda, if you know what I mean. Their weird type of like globalist type of things. These people, friends, I'm going to tell you right now, they don't satisfy retailers. They satisfy the VC insiders. So Uni is more on the centralized global establishment side. And how I interpret that is they won't put in and activate the fee protocol switch, which actually gives a buy and staking and all the juicy stuff from the Uni volume. I don't think they're going to activate it for a long time. I hope they do it early, but I just got a feeling they're going to leave it there and they're going to do it very, very, very late. They're going to do it like when no one cares about the coin anymore, okay? But it is an option for you. I'm here just to bring you the sides and the information so you can get better, friends. So, you know, now when I go through the list, Link, I have many ticks here. Link is your option. If you care specifically about SEC, if you care about those clowns and their bogus claims, this is, I'm providing you information here, all right? Otherwise, you have to do the hard work yourself, okay? Now, there are all these other alternatives. Atom, terrible tokenomics. OKEX, security. You don't have many options at all, friends. Now, basically go these, and that's it, you're done. That's it, you're done. So, Doge, SHIB, Polkadot, Link, Uni. Doge, SHIB, Polkadot, Link, Uni. So, this is your basically your if you care only about that type of FUD, that is the realm you're looking at here. So remember the context of why I did this in the first place, right? So we can actually look at what does SEC Fud do, friends. So there are some secrets here, but hey, remember, none of this is financial advice. We are in the unknown. So I don't know what's going to happen. What we can look at is XRP, all right? Now, XRP, many people, they think XRP was destined for like a 10x higher than when it stopped at. They thought it was going to stop at $10 instead of $1. But if you look at the XRP BTC chart, and if we go to the SEC Fud, so yes, the SEC Fud sent it here. Now, in this time, I want to inform you, nobody in XRP community was involved in DeFi, NFTs, gaming, metaverse, layer 1 EVM chains. Yes, there were some NFTs on XRP that came later on, but for the most part, all the big bull market narratives, crypto DeFi, XRP had nothing to do with it. It was purely people who had to buy XRP on a centralized exchange, and they weren't able to. They got delisted. Right? So I'm providing you information here. So this is it here. Now, XRP's market cap was huge, friends. So, you know, XRP hitting like $1.50 here, couldn't get anywhere. If you want to look at the truth, you can actually look at the XRP market cap. Now, I'm just going to let you know, man, like this thing is big for doing nothing. Like the XRP roadmap is to become the CBDC. That's their roadmap, to get in with the government and get them to use XRP actually for the central bank, the Fed now and stuff. So that's their whole plan. So if you don't get that, what else are you holding it for? They don't get any buy and burn. They don't get any DEXs. They don't participate in anything to do with DeFi, crypto, yield farming, nothing. It's just purely that. And XRP in this cycle, to let you know, was a third cycle curse. Okay, it was third cycle. So that's why I'm here to tell you, even if the SEC never targeted them, and this is going to be very controversial, friends, XRP was destined to disappoint. I'm here to tell you that. Will we ever know this? No. We have to ask everybody in the other parallel dimension. And so if you want to know, okay, let's say I was to buy Doge now, right now. What would a potential upside target for it be? So this chart is Doge Ethereum, friends. So it's Doge ETH. You can see it in the top left. Okay, Doge ETH. You're looking at the ETH ratio chart. This is what I want to see. I want to see how much does Doge beat Ethereum. If you were to get in today, let's say you're like, well, I can't take any of this anymore. I want to get in Doge. I would like, you know, have to like, obviously no financial advice. If you're at anywhere from this is a 3x to a 4x against Ethereum, you basically got to take something out. You're near the danger zone, the Elon Musk zone straight away. You'd have to get something out the first time. So think about that, 3x to 4x, right? And what about SHIB? Well, if you were to buy SHIB now, going up the top, okay, this is about 53, up here is about 180. It's about a 3x as well. So you can go here, you can look at the price, the price indicator, the price range, and it is, yeah, it's around the 3x to a 4x. So I just think about this from an unbiased perspective. Like if you only cared about SOC and you're like, okay, I want to take things that aren't targeted now, well, you still got to get out of 3x. You're like, well, that would kind of suck if you only get that, because you're like, well, you picked the quote unquote clean, the pure coin, and at a 3x, you're starting to be in danger zone already. Like that's just something to consider when you're looking at everything else. By the way, these numbers are the same for everything else. Now, we can look at Link, for example. Link ETH, this is going to be interesting to have a look at. Link ETH is going to be something to grasp at. So this is where the top was around August anyway. So Link ETH is very low. I mean, think about this. If it goes all the way, man, you're getting a 10x if it goes up here. A 10x if it gets there. Hey, I don't know if it's going to get there. What if it only stops here? But that's a 7x, right? So in my eyes, when I'm looking at these, Link seems pretty clear, right? So I'm just providing you this information. You can also look at Uni. If you want Uni, buying Uni here to get up, it's about 5.5x, okay? So to me, it seems like a toss-up. Remember, don't go all in on one or anything, okay? It's up to you, your financial risk, your position, okay? I'm just informing you of information. Like, if you were to get in Uni and Link, and you have allocation bullets to them, you basically can get like a 5 to an 8x on your Ethereum, I think, And then you'd have to start worrying about, okay, are we going to stop here or not? All right. It doesn't mean they're going to get there. It just means where's your risk zone? Where is the quote unquote smart money? Where are they going to be trying to hyper trap everybody? And now I'm going to have the HEX chart put up. Now, of course, this is just EHEX, but I think the PHEX is about 3x up here. So where I'm starting my mouse cursor is where the total HEX is. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be a bit more conservative. I'm just in case, I want to be more on the conservative side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the price even more higher to here. Okay, we are not at this price here, this ETH ratio price, but I'm going to draw it and show you where would your risk zone be up there. It's about 6.6x. Okay, by the way, if you use the actual one, if you said to me, hey, just use the actual proper price, like the real price here, you're not fudging around, it's 13x, right? 13x. So, but of course, there's SEC Fud. There's SEC Fud. It is targeted. So it is ultimately up to you. And now I'm going to show you PulseChain. This is PLS ETH. And because of its wonky chart, it's going to be hard to get the proper price here. Now, this is a log chart. I'll put it on linear, right? For here, right, what I can actually show you is the return on where I think the price would go. It's still the same. It's still the same. And look, man, up to here, 10 to 15x. Don't forget, okay, HEX did about a 120x against Ethereum. HEX did that in its run. So what I'm doing is I said, you know what? I want to be super conservative. Right? I'm gonna divide it by 10. Not divide it by 2 or 3. I'm gonna divide it by 10. I'm gonna think we're gonna do, I don't know this or think this. I'm saying I'm gonna assume we do minus 90% lower just to be on the safe side. And if it does work out and there is a emphatic victory going on, your upside is 10 to 13x, maybe 10, 20x. Who knows, friends? Who knows how far this thing would be able to catch on. So you see these numbers here? I'm starting to flesh these out for you if you want to take on this risk. It is risk. So when we look at, Pulse, PulseX, HEX, I'm staying true to my word. I've given you the truth. The truth is, okay, they've added risk, okay? But we just, remember, I'm going to have to let you know, right? So the SEC Fud has added risk, okay? It's not a guarantee, okay? So it's just increased the probability that we don't go as far as you think or hope, all right? Now, I'm in a pickle now. Why? It's because I already had much conservative, much lower targets than everybody else based off the total market cap of the Richard Heart ecosystem. I already did this. I planned for this. So this is why it's a bit of a pickle situation. And I just want to finish off by showing you my chart and my tweet from before. So what I've done is, luckily for you, because you're my baby doll with a straight back, I put all the market expectations of how high they thought the Richard Heart ecosystem would go. I put them all together, and the market expectations was about an 800 billion valuation. If you added up where they thought HEX, Pulse, PulseX would go, if you infer all the targets and how high they thought everything would pump to the moon, all right? And I have the prices here. Look at this. The crowd expects these prices. Pulse 0.028, PulseX 1 penny, right? HEX $2, rough zone. So this 800 billion, I remember what I ended up doing was I made many videos. I think I got down to about 150B. All right. Now, but why am I in a pickle? It's because I already, in my number here, I already assumed something bad's going to happen. It's going to be Bitcoin. It's going to be a target. Something bad's going to happen. I thought it was going to be just the Bitcoin, but now you have this SEC part. So do you now say, hey, I'm going to now drop this to like 100 billion? Are you going to drop it again, right? Down to like, drop it by 30%? Because I'll tell you something right now. The total Richard Heart ecosystem is tiny. And here we have right here, the number, friends, is 3 billion total valuation right now. I remember before the SEC Fud, it was about 5 billion. So this is the crazy part. 3 billion, if it goes to a 150 billion, that's a 50x, man. That's basically, that means EHEX or PHEX or Pulse or PulseX, doesn't matter what you own, if this plays out, you're getting a 50x. Now, if you removed the like if you add the SEC Fud, you might say, okay, I don't think we're going to hit 150 billion anymore. I think we're only going to hit 100. I think we're going to drop it down even lower. So you're still at a 33x. Okay, this is so what I'm doing, reverse engineering where you think things could land, a 33x if everything keeps growing. So these numbers, even with the SEC Fud, even when you remove all of them, they're still better than the other stuff that's not tainted. Okay, now I'm using USD valuation here, but the thing is, right? Let's say you actually got, let's round it to 35x. If Ethereum's going to do a 4x, right? You're going to get, what I've done is I've found out how high you would get on your Ethereum return. It would be 8 to 9x. So that means HEX versus Ethereum, EHEX and PHEX, PulseX and Pulse, all of them just staying in their ratios roughly where they are today. You get a 9x. Remember, with DOGE, with SHIB, you're getting 2 to 3x, right? ChainLink's awesome. If it worked out, it got like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13x, right? You looked at all the others and it's something to think about, all right? Now, at the end of the day, you have to make your own decision. How comfortable are you with the risk? There is risk with everything, but I'm just letting you know, yes, the probability that there is a letdown, a disappointment, and then we don't hit this. Remember the market, I don't know what the market expects now. It'll be interesting to see their surveys, but pre-SEC, the market expected an 800 billion valuation. And just to let you know, what I was doing was I was dividing it by 3, just conservative, right? So I was even more conservative than this, 266 billion, you know? Maybe after this SEC Fud, friends, you might find everyone drops their targets by 2, big time. So what I'll do is, if the crowd drops their target by 2, by 50%, right? I will then get 400 billion, and let's divide that by 3. You get 133 billion. And guess what? Based off today, that's still a 44x. So you end up with the same numbers. Remember, we're talking anywhere from 30 or 40, 50x, okay? So that's if it works out, if it works out. We don't know what the future holds, okay? If you know what the future holds, please share with us. Because at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is maximize the contrarian upside. Everybody has discounted HEX for a maximum destruction now. And hey, maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. But I've now given you a clear picture, okay? It's up to you. So yes, the truth is having SEC Fud is worse than not having it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you are now wiser, friendlier, and smarter, and I've now provided you with this information. Only you can make the decision. Are you going to buy more? Are you going to hold? You can do whatever you like, friends. I've provided this information for you because nobody else will, and you deserve better. That's why you like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mum and dad we're still going to make it. We love and we respect them, and we appreciate them every single day. Catch you in the next one.